Good morning, students. Welcome back in your SS class. Student, in the last video lecture, we have started third chapter of history, that is ruling the countryside. And this would be the third part. In the previous video lecture, we have seen that how British government became the finance minister and you can say finance administrative of India, and they started to collect the tax because after the battle of Buxar, sorry, in 1764, Shah Alam II, the Mughal emperor, he gave the right to collect tax, means Diwani of Bengal, to British government. From then, the British Empire, it started to collect the tax. So the situation of the Bengal, it was very, you can say, it was in very danger. You can say that. Means उस वक्त situation थोड़ा खराब हो गई थी. इसी वजह से जो British government थी, it started to start a few important things. Means it wanted that there must be a development in agriculture. So here we have to study need to improve agriculture. Right, friends? If we think about it, this thing, most of the company officials, they were having a view that there was a great need of investing in land and agriculture also, so that we can improve it. Now here they they showed, you can say they showed concern towards the agriculture and towards the countryside, towards the people of countryside. They give the example, they give the reason of it because the fall of agriculture, it was going on. Means the production of the agriculture, it was decreasing. So that's why they are more concerned regarding the agriculture. But here their basic aim was different. यहाँ पर उनका basic aim जो था वो different था, because if the agriculture production it decreases, it means that there was a great loss of revenue to the company. That's why they showed the great concern towards it. They showed the great concern. Showed the great concern towards agriculture. This was the basic reason. Otherwise, we have seen that their main aim to just only to collect the tax. It was their main aim, and they never take care of the agriculture product and the people also. And if we think about the Nawab of Bengal, he did not have any income, so he did not pay any attention towards it. Right? So he did not pay any attention towards it. Right, students? So the basic reason here why British government so its concern towards agriculture, it was the result because if the production is down, it means that the revenue of the company, it was very low. Means the revenue था वो धीरे-धीरे खत्म होता जा रहा था इस वजह से. So this was the basic reason why the British government, they show the concern towards agriculture and you can say towards the British government. So that's why they demanded that there must be a need to improve the agriculture. So now we will discuss this thing, need to improve the agriculture. It would be the next topic for us. So if you think about need to agriculture, means need to improve the agriculture. So to see the improvement, they want that agriculture must be improved. So that's why British government started few settlements and you can say few methods. The first methods to improve the agriculture, it was the permanent settlement. So अब हमारे सामने यहाँ पर एक important question है कि what is permanent settlement and who introduced it and when, and what are the basic features of this permanent settlement. Right, students? So we have to study here the permanent settlement. Now down, students, it was started by British government. Reason is that because they wanted to improve the agriculture. If agriculture production is increased, it means that the revenue, it was also increased. So that's why they started a few methods so that the agriculture can be improved. So this was the first settlement which British government started, and this is known as a permanent settlement. If we think about permanent settlement, it is introduced in 1793 under the reign of the Lord Cornwallis. Means this settlement, it was introduced and you can say this was devised by Lord Cornwallis, right? Now, if you think about permanent settlement, a fixed revenue, it was to be given to Britishers and it would not be increased in future. अब इस सेटलमेंट में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात ये थी कि जो रेवेन्यू होगा वो क्या कर दिया जाएगा, इट वुड बी फिक्स, उसे फिक्स कर दिया जाएगा और वो फ्यूचर में कभी भी बढ़ेगा नहीं. बट हियर वन मोर इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज दिस, नाउ द टैक्स वुड नॉट कलेक्ट बाय द ब्रिटिशर्स. अब टैक्स जो है वो ब्रिटिशर कलेक्ट नहीं करेंगे, बल्कि ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी किनके पास चली गई, जमींदार के पास चली गई. किनके पास चली गई, जमींदार के पास चली गई. अगर मैं जमींदार की बात करता हूँ, एक पर्टिकुलर एरिया उनको दे दिया जाता था कि भाई ये पर्टिकुलर एरिया आपका है, आपको तो केवल हमें इतना फिक्स रेंट देना है, भाई आपको तो 1 साल का हमें इतना रेंट देना है, बाकी आप वहां से कितना टैक्स कलेक्ट करो, इट्स अप टू यू. चाहे वो आपका ज्यादा हो या कम हो, उससे ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट को कोई प्रभाव नहीं था. ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट जस्ट ओनली अपॉइंटेड जमींदार, दे वर द कलेक्टर ऑफ द रेवेन्यू and it was assumed that they would invest money to improve the crop production and fertility of the soil also. अब ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट ने जो जमींदार वहां पर आप कह सकते हो अपॉइंट किए थे, उसका बेसिक रीजन क्या था. जमींदार दे वुड पे वन थिंग, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल टैक्स फॉर द होल ईयर. वो शुरुआत में ही होल ईयर का टैक्स पे कर देते थे और वो टैक्स क्या था, इट वाज परमानेंट व्हिच वाज फिक्स्ड बाय द ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट. अब जमींदार क्या थे, ऐसा माना जाता था कि जो जमींदार होंगे दे वुड इन्वेस्ट मनी टू इंप्रूव इन द क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन आल्सो, ताकि क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन इंक्रीज हो जाए और ताकि क्या कर सके, वो अधिक से अधिक टैक्स क्रिएट कर सके. बट जमींदार डिड नॉट पे एनी अटेंशन टुवर्ड दिस द कंडीशन ऑफ द लैंड. दे नेवर पे अटेंशन टू इट. दे जस्ट ओनली वांटेड टू कीप मोर एंड मोर मनी लेफ्ट आफ्टर द कलेक्शन. मींस जो टोटल उनको उन्होंने पे किया है, उस पे के बाद जितना भी वो टैक्स प्राप्त कर सकते थे, उनका मेन एम तो वो था, उसके अलावा उनको कोई एम नहीं था. एंड द राजास एंड द तालुकदार्स एट दैट टाइम दे वर रिकॉग्नाइज्ड एज जमींदार. तो उस वक्त मैं राजा की बात करता हूं या मैं बात करता हूं तालुकदार्स की, तो ये जो वो व्यक्ति थे जिनका मेन एम क्या था, जिनका मेन एम था अधिक से अधिक टैक्स को कलेक्ट करना. दीज वर दोज पीपल, राइट स्टूडेंट्स. नाउ रिजल्ट क्या हुआ, बिकॉज जमींदार दे वांटेड मोर एंड मोर रेवेन्यू, so that's why they blindly exploited the land resources. But my dear student, land is a natural resource and it has some limitations also. The fertility is going to decrease. Fertility धीरे धीरे decrease होने लगी and the production it is also decreased. It means that whatever is decided by the Britisher, it did not go as per the plan. वो plan के according नहीं चला. So that's why the Britishers, they saw this plan, it is failed. So they wanted new different methods also, because they have followed a lot of problems at that time also. उनको बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम का सामना भी करना पड़ा उस वक्त, क्योंकि परमानेंट सेटलमेंट का मुख्य उद्देश्य क्या था, जमींदार would pay the tax and after then they will collect the tax from the peasants also. And they would also invest money to improve the crop production also and the fertility of the soil. But Jamidar just only they collected the tax, but not pay any attention toward the condition of the land. That's why the situation became more worse. Situation जो थी वो बहुत ज़्यादा खराब हो गई and they have to follow a lot of problems. Now let's discuss what are the problems which they followed. Now, due to the many problems, many jemidars, and you can say numerous jemidars, they were sold off at auctions organized by the company. Auctions का मतलब होता है नीलाम कर देना. As anyone who failed to pay the revenue lost his jemidari also. Means जो जमींदार अपना जो टैक्स था वो पे नहीं कर पाया, he had lost this जमींदारी right. उसका वो जमींदारी right छीन लिया गया. And the Jamidar were not also interested in the improvement of the land. So due to this thing, the crop production it was reduced. अब क्योंकि जमींदार जो थे वो लैंड की इंप्रूवमेंट में तो ध्यान दे नहीं रहे थे, तो ऑटोमेटिकली सिचुएशन क्या होनी थी, क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन रिड्यूस होनी थी. So that's why there were many जमींदार, they have their जमींदारी right it was lost. Reason is that because they were not able to pay the tax. This was the basic reason. But with the rise of the crop expansion and prices of the crops in the 19th century, the income of the Britishers was not increased. This was the basic thing which concerned them a lot. Means crop expansion हुआ, crop जो prices थे वो increase हुए, but income of the Britishers जो थी वो increase नहीं हुई, ये उनको सबसे ज्यादा तंग कर रही थी. So because of the less revenue collection, so Britishers tried to some new another methods so that they can generate revenue, and this was known as a Mahalwari system and the Rayotwari system. Now we have to discuss the basic feature of the Mahalwari system and the Rayotwari system. I think this would be clear to all of you. This concept is clear to all of you. The British government ने देखा that the revenue it was going to decrease, so that's why they started a lot of methods so that the agriculture can be improved. If the agriculture is improved, it means the agriculture production is increased, so the revenue also increased. That's why they started the permanent settlement, but it was failed. Now they have started new two methods. The first one is Mahalwari system, and the second one is the Rayotwari system. So now we will study these two methods. What was these two methods? So first of all, we will discuss about the Mahalwari system. What is Mahalwari system? If we think about Mahalwari system, in 1822, an Englishman called Holt Mackenzie, he felt that village was an important social institution in the northern part of the Indian society and it must be preserved. तो होल्ट मैकेंजी था जो इंग्लिशमैन था, उसने 1822 में एक बात फील की that कि जो villages हैं, these were the most important social institution in the northern part of India. There are many regions of it. Most of the population they live in the villages area, and the main income source it was the revenue which was from the land. Main income का source था वो revenue था, वो agriculture production के ऊपर depend था. So that's why they wanted that these villages must be preserved. इसलिए उन्होंने ये बात सोची. So that's why he developed a new methods of revenue revenue collection, and this was known as a Mahalwari system. Means Holt Mackenzie ने क्या किया, एक land से related means revenue collection का एक नया method adopt किया, and this method it was, you can say that, Mahalwari system. Now let's discuss the basic feature of the Mahalwari system. Now first of all, officers they were appointed and they went in different villages for the inspection of the lands. First of all, the British government it appointed a lot of officers, and these officers they went into different villages for the inspection of the lands. Why they went there? Because they have to see the quality of the land, the production of the land, so that they can fix the revenue of that particular area. This was the basic reason. First of all, officers they went to in the different villages for the inspection of the land. After then, the fields they were measured, means how much land it is for the cultivation. Second step उन्होंने क्या उठाया, उन्होंने land को measure किया and decided that this land it is just only for the agriculture land, right? After then, customs and rights. If you think about other things, customs and rights of the people they were also recorded, because it also played an important role, because they wanted that villagers they did not protest against them. So that's why they also pay attention toward the customs and the right of the people also. Next most important thing, now estimated revenue of the each plot within the village, it was added up to calculate the revenue that each village here means mahal had to pay. Means the whole revenue system, each plot was decided and the revenue system it was also divided. Then everything was decided and everything was calculated. The revenue it was calculated and each village had to pay it. Now dear student, here revenue it was not permanently fixed. Periodically it was to be revised. In the permanent settlement, revenue it was fixed, and in the future it would not be increased. It was decided. But in this system, the revenue it was not permanently fixed. It was to be revised periodically. But here in the permanent settlement, jamidar people means jamidars they were appointed to collect the tax. Now here jamidars were eliminated. Now the headman of the village, he was given this responsibility to collect the tax and to pay the revenue to the company. Now the village headman means under Maharwari system, the responsibility it was given to village headman. Now, dear student, here village it means mahal. Listen it very carefully. Means आपके सामने एक क्वेश्चन आ सकता है कि what do you think about महल? It means a village, right? तो village जो headman था, he was given the responsibility for the collecting the tax, for the collecting of the revenue, and he would pay the revenue to the company also. Right, students? Now, Mahalwari system of the revenue of the collection, it was introduced only in the northern part of the country, not another part of the country. If we think about the southern part of the India, Mahalwari system, it was not started there. There was another system of revenue collection. It was, you can say that Munro system. It was, you can say that Ryotwari system. Now we have to study about the Ryotwari system and the Munro system, but we would study it in the next video lecture. Right, friends? I think these two settlements which British government devised at that time, I think these are clear to all of you. The first one is the permanent settlement, and according to the permanent settlement, the British government appointed few jamidars so that they can collect the tax and they can pay the revenue to the Britishers. And another reason to appoint jamidar, because they wanted that the jamidar, they would invest in the fertility of the land so that the production of the land it can be increased. But they did not pay any attention towards the land. So that's why the permanent settlement it was failed. So that's why the British government they tried to start another methods so that the agriculture field can be improved. So in this way, the Mahalwari system, it was introduced in the northern part of India, because northern part of India, it was a fertile land and agriculture is the main activity of the livelihood. So under the Mahalwari system, different officers, they were appointed, they went to the different villages for the inspection of land. Every field is measured, customs, rights, everything were recorded, and then they estimated the revenue of each village. Now here, to collect the tax and to pay the revenue to company, the duty of it was given to the village headman. It was given to the village headman. Now here, in this settlement, the revenue was not permanently fixed. It would be revised periodically. If the production increase, then revenue would be increased. If the production is decreased, maybe the revenue would be decreased. Right, students? But this Mahalwari system, it was just only introduced only in the northern part of India, not in the southern part of India. In the southern part of India, they started another famous system that was called Ryotwari system, and you can say Munro system. What was the Ryotwari system and what was the Munro system? We will discuss this thing in the next video lecture. I hope this concept is clear to all of you. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.